Hello students. So tell me what are the anomalous properties of the first member of the element? Three important properties. Tell me students. Good. Okay. So once again recall that three properties because it is important for 3 marks question. Once again, first property is small size of the first member of the group. That is the first point. Second, high ionization energy and high electron negativity. The third point is absence of d orbitals in the valence shell. These 3 points, okay, for 3 marks question. Now let us see for 2 marks question each group, that is especially from 13th to 16th group. Let us see how the first group element differ from the corresponding element. They can ask for 2 marks each. Now the question may be how boron differs from other element in the 13th group. That is the question. For that, just remember 2 or 3 points enough. One, first always write boron small size. Already we have seen 1 point. Second, boron is a metalloid. Second point, other are metals. Understand? Others are metals. Like that. Finished. Then boron show the diagonal relationship with the 14th group element, especially silicon. For example, they form covalent hydrides. For example, boron hydride, diboron. Next we are going to see B2H6. Similarly, silicon SiH4. Silicon hydride. Both are covalent crystals and easily can be hydrolyzed. These 2 points enough. Understand? So that is the boron differs from other element in the same group. 2 marks question. Similarly, come for the 14th group. 14th group, the first element is what? Carbon. So carbon differs from other elements in the same group. Let us see. Carbon is a non-metal. We know that. Then silicon, second point. Silicon and germanium, they are semiconductors and metallites. Second point over. Then in organic chemistry, if you come, carbon forms multiple bonds like double bond and a triple bond. For example, C double bond C, C triple bond C, there is alkene, and C double bond O. Then last property important, it shows the catenation. What is catenation? It is the peculiar property of the carbon which has a tendency to form long chain of carbon chain with other atoms also. This property is called catenation. Then the catenation, one more question. The catenation power is in the following order. Carbon is greater than silicon. Silicon is greater than germanium. Then germanium is what? Almost equal to tin. Tin is greater than lead. That's all. This is the carbon. Next, come for 15th group elements. Now come for 15th group elements. Now in 15th group elements, the first element is nitrogen. So how it differs? 3 points. Nitrogen is a gas. It is a diatomic. We write the formula N2. Understand? It also forms multiple bonds like N double bond N, N double bond O, or N double bond C bond, like that. So now that is the another 3 points for nitrogen in the 15th group elements. Then come for 16th group, 2 marks. How oxygen differs from other? So oxygen, it is also a gas. It is also diatomic. Then next, due to, that is very, very important. One more question also. It is a neat question. Due to high electron negativity, that is approximately 3.44 or 3.5. Due to high electron negativity, it forms hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding. That is the very, very important property for oxygen. So like that. Understand? Then selenium, tellurium, they are metallites. Like that, enough. So these are the 3, 4, 2 marks question which may be asked. Understand? For in your exam, how first member differs from the other elements of the same group. These are the questions they may ask for your public. We clearly, because if you know this, you will get some basic idea for go for other topics. Okay, so now enough. Then last is important is inert pair effect. It is very, very important. You can expect for public question here also. What is inert pair effect? Inert means do not take part in a chemical reaction. Pair, a pair. What pair? Here we are going to see s orbital and p orbital effect. What is the effect? Now generally. Now in the alkali metal and alkaline metal, first point is, suppose if they ask 5 marks, you write 5 points like this. For alkali and alkaline metal, or 1s or 2s orbital, they have only +1 oxidation state and +2 oxidation state. Now you come for p block element, that is from 13 to especially up to 16th group. What will happen? The oxidation state of the particular group will be equal to the group number. For example, if the group number is 13, oxidation state is +3, 14 +4, 15, already we have discussed. Now generally here in some of the groups, they show, instead of that same group oxidation state, they show 2 number less. That means if it is 3, they show +1. If it is 4, they also show +2. Like that. Why it is so? Now let us see. For example, you take boron. Boron is what? Boron B3. Understand? It forms oxide, means boron oxide, because B3O2. So B2O3, because boron valence 3, oxygen valence 2, cross multiply, and we can say boron exists in maximum +3 state. Then if you go down the group, what will happen? The +3 oxidation state becomes less pronounced. அப்படினா the +3 oxidation state வந்து கம்மியாயிரும். +1 வந்து dominate பண்ணும். எப்படி? For example, ஒரு ரெண்டு example. Now you take aluminum and last element is thallium. So aluminum, for example, its atomic number 13, 2, 8 and 3. Hence it shows the same oxidation state with respect to the 13th group +3. Understand? Similarly, if you go down the group, what will happen? This +3 is reduced to +1. Why? Let us see. For example, you take thallium. It is the last element of that particular 13th group element. So instead of this, one more question need 2 times it has been asked. Now which is more stable? Aluminum 3 plus or aluminum 1 plus? This is the question. So for that, one more question here itself they can ask. So aluminum 3 is more stable than aluminum 1 plus. Aluminum 3 plus is more stable than aluminum 1 plus. Okay, one mark. Okay. Then between thallium 3 plus, thallium 3 plus and 1 plus. So thallium 3 plus is less stable than thallium 1 plus. Understand? For example, you take aluminum 3 chloride, that is AlCl3. Valency aluminum 3, chlorine valency 1, cross multiply. Similarly, thallium chloride, TlCl3. Okay. Now, which is more stable? Then aluminum chloride is more stable. It does not undergo dispropionation reaction to split into aluminum chloride and aluminum. Whereas, this is very important, thallium chloride, THCl3, undergoes disproportionation. That means which undergoes simultaneously oxidation and reduction is called that disproportionation, which you might have studied in +1 syllabus. Now that means if you take thallium THL3 as a THCl3, disproportionate to give understand, THCl3 plus chlorine plus THCl plus chlorine. In this case, the oxidation state is +1. Understand? So we can infer that when, what is the meaning? That the NS orbital, because the general configuration is NS2 NP1, 13th group, that NS orbital become inert and reluctant to involve in chemical bonding. அப்படின்னா அந்த S எலக்ட்ரான் 2 எலக்ட்ரான் உள்ள இருக்கு, அது வந்து chemical bondingக்கு அது வந்து வர்றதில்லை. P orbital 1 எலக்ட்ரான் தான் வருது. அதனால வந்து thallium வந்து it gives thallium 1 chloride plus chlorine. அதனால தான் most stable. So difference between aluminum and thallium, aluminum 3 plus is stable, whereas thallium 1 plus is what? More stable. So this property is called inert pair effect. Now we have to define for 2 marks question if it is asked. So inert pair effect is in the post transition elements. Post na அதுக்கு முன்னால் இருக்க transition element, the in p block element, the ns electron remain inert and does not less tendency to involve the chemical bonding and hence does not take part in the chemical bonding. This property is called inert pair effect. For 2 marks question you can expect. So once again, in the post transition elements, the ns electron, understand, becomes inert and reluctant or less tendency to involve in chemical bonding. This property is called inert pair effect. Okay, so 5 marks means that 5 points I have given, and 2 marks means last on the definition alone you can write this 2 marks question. Okay, thank you.